Hi guys, how are you doing? Today we're talking about primarily a new church that was built in Akwa Ibom. And it was alleged that the amount of money used to build that church was 10 billion naira. I do not know what the state of salaries and pensions and infrastructure is in Akwa Ibom right now. But one thing I know is they don't need a 10 billion naira church when people cannot eat.
I'm with you, Daddy Freeze, or Deo Freeze. Why does Nigeria need another church? When there's bloodshed, there's poverty, there's wickedness, there's witchcraft, there's debauchery, there's corruption. Why does a nation like Nigeria need another church? Why can't they turn some of those churches into factories and schools and hospitals and clinics and businesses? The purpose of salvation is to transform an individual so he or she can transform their nation. The way they're doing church and ministry in Nigeria is not transforming individuals' lives, so therefore it cannot transform the nation. Lord, have mercy upon Nigeria with this wickedness and evil and how they are using the gospel and the house of God as a money-making schemes and a money laundering. That's what they're doing in the churches. It's a form of money laundering, but God, their time is coming. God will deal with them. Watch.
Who was asking you? Also, I was talking earlier on about Apostle Suleiman. Article. We are now calm down. The evil mission of Pastor Adeboye in Akwa Ibom State by Inibehe Efyong. It's an article written by Inibehe Efyong. I'm going to bore you this afternoon with much of the details of this letter. Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the founder of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, is part of the problems we have in Nigeria. If Jesus Christ was like Adeboye, only the rich and influential will be qualified to be a Christian. Any religious leader that aids and abets the criminality of political leaders is part of the criminality. Pastor Adeboye went to Akwa Ibom State on Sunday, January 21st, 2018, to lay the foundation. Why are you scrolling my page now? To lay the foundation of a senseless project called the International Worship Center, which we're told by the state officials will cost a whopping 10 billion naira. Does Nigeria really need a 10 billion naira church?
No.
When we're about to go into extreme poverty, we're about to have the most people in the world living in extreme poverty. What we need now is a 10 billion naira church, eh? Okay. Article continues. Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the founder of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, can you guys see it? Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the founder of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, is part of the problems we have in Nigeria, okay? We've read all that. Pastor Adeboye went to Akwa Ibom State on Sunday, January 21st, 2018, to lay the foundation of a senseless project called the International Worship Center, which we are told by officials cost a whopping 10 billion naira. 1 year ago, a church collapsed in Akwa Ibom State, killing worshippers because the lawless founder of the church, according to it's not me that is saying it, it's one guy that wrote it, it's everywhere. Akan Weeks was not ready to comply with basic building regulations. Oh, I don't want to talk about Akan Weeks right now. I want to talk about this particular building. Then he went on to say the black man is in need of redemption. Our leaders have gone mad again. According to him, it's not me, I didn't say anything, no. Now, there's a part that I said I was going to read to you. Churches are scattered and littered across the length and breadth of Akwa Ibom State. Yet, the iniquity is thriving in the state. Politicians are stealing with impunity. The true gospel of salvation and holiness has been replaced with prosperity preaching by many of the so-called pastors in the state. Most politicians see Christians as an extension of the state government. Many pastors in Akwa Ibom State are engaged in partisan politics. Here's what they said they wanted to build. That looks like aeroplane. Akwa Ibom State is not a Christian state. We have Muslims, atheists, traditionalists, and people of other religious persuasions in the state. It is not the business of the government to build a church. Sections of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 1999, as amended, states that the government of the federation or a state shall not adopt any religion as the state religion. Therefore, Mr. Emmanuel has no business dissipating public funds in building an international worship center. I don't know if it's making sense to you guys, because to me it's not making any sense. Now, before we go any further, I want us to go back again to worldpoverty.io. It's in this country, or were we perpetually doomed to not just have this sense? And who is going to start questioning these men of God? Adeboye. I remember when our president first recovered from his illness, you were the first person to go and greet him. I know Jesus had nothing against politicians, but please, Jesus did not use the funds of the state, or he did not support the launching of projects that are scary, to say the least. Now, if you are a Bible scholar, you would have been aware, because I'm raising all of you listening to the sound of my voice to be Bible scholars, I'm sure you would all be aware of the book of Acts chapter 7 verse 48 and Acts chapter 4 and Acts chapter 17 verse 24. Sorry, this boy is distracting me. To just tell you that he's going to be quiet. We know that he's not going to be quiet. So let's read Acts 7:48 together now. 48 is where we're landing, but I want us to go a little further so we can actually establish what I'm trying to read to you. Stop it, baby. Long there. God doesn't live in houses built by human hands. Baby, come and tell them. God doesn't live in houses built by human hands. I want to move a little further now. If you go with me to the book of Acts, chapter 17.